welcome to the Voice Roundtable Recap by the News-Herald. We're back. I'm David Comer.
I'm Carol Brown.
And I'm Casey Holland.
And guys, we're talking about the new season, I believe season 4 of The Voice. And before we get into any of the battles, let's quickly talk about Shakira and Usher. What is the takeaway? How do you guys feel?
Well, I like them. I'm really not too impressed with Usher. He doesn't seem to have clout with these singers. It's like no one will go with them when there's a choice. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shakira a lot.
I know it's the same thing. A lot of people kind of tend to avoid Usher. Like, they're not really sure he has much to teach them. But I like him as a performer.
Right. Maybe they were afraid he was going to try to seduce everyone.
He could do it.
Well, let's start with last night. We'll go kind of in reverse with Tuesday. Let's start off with, we had the public safety duel. Team Adam, you had Sheriff Michael Austin against single dad and firefighter Warren Stone. And they were singing My Kinda Party by Jason Aldean. And the winner is Warren Stone. Any qualms or quibbles?
I actually thought Michael was stronger.
Much bigger voice, right?
Kind of the same way. I was a bit surprised by Adam's choice in that.
Sure. Yeah, I don't get it. Obviously, Stone, you can do a few more things with, but I think as far as just raw, untapped potential with a huge bellowing ability, I don't know. I thought I would have picked Austin too, but again, it didn't make or break me either way. Now, Team Usher, you had singing Roxanne by the Police, Jeff Lewis, the golf course guy who used to have a contract with Interscope, against former model Josiah Hawley. And the winner, Josiah Hawley. Any takeaways here? I kind of agreed with it. I thought he was better than Jeff Lewis. And I didn't just get lost in his dreamy eyes.
That's what I was wondering about for a moment, David.
Right.
But
I wish I had his hair, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I could have gone either way on that one.
I don't really like either of them that much, although I do enjoy Josiah's dreamy eyes. But neither of them stand out to
And
me.
watching that warm-up video, I thought it was going to be a butcher shop. I was like, oh my God, what are they going to do here? I thought it was terrible. They sounded so tired, so bad in warm-ups. When they showed that the clip montage.
Were they the ones that were accused of laughing?
Yes, there was nothing to laugh about. Now, Team Blake, you had coffee house singer Caroline Glasser, all of 18 years old, against 16-year-old Danielle Bradbury, singing Put Your Records On. Bradbury wins, and you had Glasser, a little bit of a bidding war between Team Adam, Team Usher. Glasser goes to Team Adam.
Bradbury was pure. I could not argue with that as the winner of that battle. I just couldn't. And Caroline has that something different in her voice that's going to carry her through no matter what. But she was good.
A little Melanie Martinez, would you say?
No, don't even go there. Not in the same.
Well, I mean, so I really think it was really a photo finish. Either way, I would have been happy. I think Bradbury, obviously the natural talent. It's ungodly. And then Glasser obviously showed some range, and I think there's something kind of intoxicating about her voice.
Yes.
Again, 18. What'd you think, Casey?
I kind of liked Caroline better in that performance. I don't know why. I think it is something different in her voice. I always like it better when it's something I'm not used to hearing on the radio all the time. Sort of thing.
Well, now we get to the part of the program where I get to really complain. We had the famous gloss over / montage. Also advancing were Team Blake's Grace Askew beating Trevor Davis. Grace, I thought it was a shame we didn't get to see her perform. She really had some of the kick-ass kind of vibe going with her blind audition.
Yes.
She's pretty cool. Team Usher's Audrey Karash beating Jamila Thompson. Again, hard to tell. Team Shakira's Tanya Reynolds beating Mark Andrew. That I would have liked to have seen. I liked Mark Andrew, big burly guy with a little beard, and kind of like the southern down home kind of sound without being too much of a caricature. Tanya Reynolds, a really likable, strong voice. They sang a cool song. I'm forgetting off the top of my head. And I'm like, dude, like you made us sit through Roxanne. Okay, by those
His
two.
dreamy eyes.
Oh my God, I totally would have liked to have seen that, but we were dropped. Any thoughts or just kind of what the voice does?
Yes.
Kind of.
This is what we couldn't fit in, and anyways.
But you know what? It always makes me wonder when they do that, and I haven't paid attention enough to figure out if by the end of the season we figure out why they glossed over them because they already knew they weren't going to be there at the end. Because, they're editing this after the fact. I don't know if that's part of it or not.
Which makes me think about last year's winner, Cassidy Pope, who we did not get to see
You're right, she
in
was
the blind
lost
audition,
over.
which I think came to bite NBC in the ass and show everybody. Or at the very least, you've got your multimedia kings. You're doing everything on iTunes, whatever. Have the videos of the people you glossed over and couldn't fit into the broadcast on your website. Make it accessible. Anyways, free the information. Okay, first day we had the battle rounds. Team Adam, Sasha Allen against Amber Carrington singing Try by Pink. That ended up going to Amber. What do you guys think?
I like both of them. That was one of those
Yeah, either way.
call ones.
Right.
I was impressed by Amber because, I didn't really think she was going to be able to pull that off. She seemed more kind of drawn back kind of person. Not really the one that takes the spotlight, but I think she kind of showed.
Then you had the steal and play. Sasha went to Team Shakira. I mean, which I think is an absolute steal for her. She might be the second or even the best performer on Shakira's own team. Because Sasha Allen is amazing. Former Michael Jackson backup singer, for those scoring at home. Okay, so holy moly. Now you have, as far as going to Team Shaq, you had Garrett Gardner, the second timer, with the guttural sound going against Jason, I like to buy a vowel, J-S-O-N, I like me now by the heavy. Garrett takes this, which was I thought pretty crazy, could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was definitely close.
Part of me really thought Jason was going to win.
Part of me thought that too, because again, he did nothing wrong. He's got a good voice, and
I thought he performed much more.
He did, and I was wondering if it had gone the other way, would Garrett have been picked up by someone else?
Right, and you could see the cockles of Usher's heart being warmed by seeing the full stage persona. I almost expected the steal to be in play. Now, moving on, Team Blake, you had Holly Tucker, the former Baylor band member, going up against Michelle Ratson, which I had in my notes, what is she wearing? Her of the Family Legacy, singing Blown Away by Carrie Underwood. And you have Holly Tucker win, and pretty much kind of could have gone either way, I thought. I like Holly, and but again, that was just kind of a weird matchup. Now, Team Usher, the Texas hairdresser street performer, Jess Keller, going up against the former gymnast, Taylor Beckham, singing I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse, and Jess Keller ends up winning. I thought it was fair, it was just, it should have happened. My wife disagrees. Robin, I'm sorry, you may be wrong. But Taylor Beckham, apparently other people thought you might be right. Because look at this, former gymnast gets picked up by Team Blake.
It almost seemed like a pity pickup.
She has an interesting quality in her voice, but I just don't think as a performer she's up to the stage. I don't think she's quite there yet. She didn't rise to the occasion, I thought.
He must have seen something in her, because it just seemed for a while there he was feeling sorry for her, and that's why he hit the button. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm on your wife's side of this one because I like Taylor, and I think that she could rise to the occasion. She just needs some time to get used to being on the stage, but
all right.
I was so excited when Blake hit the button and stole her. I was like, yes!
She has a very interesting quality.
Exactly.
Well, I think, Robin will love that. Now, for Team Blake, Christian Porter, he of the Sexy and I Know It Coffee House remix, going against the Swan Brothers, singing Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Swan Brothers win, and it's a travesty, and I'm so angry. Christian Porter deserves to be in this competition. And you know what? This is the first of 3 instances where we have Blake saying, I'm going to go with what I know, country. Well, guess what, a-hole? If I'm performing on The Voice, there's no good reason why anyone should pick you as a coach if it comes down to a photo finish, having a fallback crutch of saying, oh, by the way, country's what I know best, so I'll stick with this performer when they may not have been the best one. To me, that undermines everything, and we've had issues with Blake before, and this kind of just, it's like, dude, are you kidding me? And you know what? In conspiracy theory time, coming at you right now, first episode, do you remember Blake saying to the camera, he's never one of the country artists and he'd like to? He made that comment. And I almost think that there's a hidden agenda with Blake Shelton this season that he wants to win as a country artist. If it comes down to one or the other, he's going to go country. And he's done it 3 times, one of which being Holly Tucker against Michelle Ratson earlier in the episode, but that one I actually agreed with. So I kind of just blew it off, saying maybe he's just trying to be nice with Michelle. But, dude, this was a joke. And Swan Brothers do not belong. They're a nice little duo, but put them in a band.
I know. I always feel like it's 2 against 1 when they do when they battle a duo against something single. But
and it is a damn shame to not see Christian Porter pick his own songs, do his own arrangements, and I think we've been robbed. And I think the show is far less richer. But okay, rant over. Next up, Team Adam, Judith Hill against Karina Iglesias. It's a man's world by James Brown. And you know what's funny? You know, just by going off the little clip of what's coming ahead next. It looked like a couple cats dying when just listening to you need to see it in its entirety to see the full vocal runs. It totally didn't do it justice to see a quick clip. And I thought it was a great battle.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of good ones, but I think so far, although I think as a whole the talent isn't quite as jaw-dropping as it was last season. But this one, wow. And I really thought Karina was going to get creamed. I thought going in, she was definitely the underdog, and she made it a tough choice.
It was a great battle, great song. I love the song.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys, what do you think?
I would have gone with it the way they did.
Yeah, Judith wins.
Yeah.
But Karina gets stolen by Shakira.
Another good choice on Shakira's part, I think.
Mm-hmm. Right, and I think it's interesting. It's a good play. I'm not sure though. This really was in Karina's comfort zone. I don't know. I just don't know her full range. What else she can do? So, does she have a softer side? I mean, she looks like she'd like to punch us out. I don't know. Can she do a ballad? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Right. So, anyways, I really like Judith Hill though. I'm glad she got a much deserved win. And so overall, any impressions about the teams?
As of right now, not really, because a lot of people I liked got sent home, like Christian Porter. Mm-hmm. He was the one I was looking at for the most this season, because his blind audition just wowed me, how he changed up the song. So I have to wait for someone else to stand out for me, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think Adam's got an incredible team.
He does.
And I think Shakira's team might be the weakest. I'm not sure. Usher, I have to see. I'm not sure either. One thing that kind of irritates me a little about the season is I like to see some older contestants. It's pretty much like 25 and under. So I like to see a little, and that's why Jason, I really thought, again, guy in his 30s, But again, we've had 2 winners in their 30s, and then Cassidy in her mid-20s, late 20s last year. I don't know. It just seems like, maybe the older people just aren't getting picked for some reason. So.
Have we heard anything from Cassidy since the end of last season?
I've seen a compilation disc on The Voice of her best songs off The Voice. I saw that I think at Target or something, but nope.
Must be working on it.
Well, hey, we'll come back next time around. We're going to talk more battle rounds. Maybe even Andrea Blum is going to be here. So I'm excited for that.
Be nice.
She's working, right? Who does that? So anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.